Hey guys, what's up? I'm Cameron from The World Pursuit, and today we're going to be covering the top 10 tips we'd tell any new traveler. Our number one tip for traveling has to be to slow down. There always seems to be this want from new travelers to want to hit as many destinations as possible. The best thing you can do is to take time. It doesn't mean spending 2 months somewhere, it means just spending a few more days. Take time to go and sit in the park, enjoy a coffee in the cafe, relax, walk along the beach. It can be anything, just you don't need to move so quickly. Number 2, you gotta just go for it. There's tons of things that you're gonna find when you're traveling that you might be a little hesitant to do. A big one for me was bungee jumping. I remember I was scared out of my pants and Natasha pretty much forced me into it, but I went for it and I had an amazing time. And that same thing can be played over and over throughout our travels. Even our first trips, there's always that hesitation, and the big thing you need to do when it comes to travel is to just go for it and not be so scared of what's going to happen. Don't hesitate, just say yes. We always try and connect with people on social media. You're gonna meet a lot of new people when you're traveling around the world, and a great way to stay in touch with them is to connect with them on Facebook or Instagram or anything, and you'll find that even going on 2-3 years later that you're still aware of what this person's doing. Maybe you guys end up in the same city and you can reach out and rekindle a friendship. Just connect. It seems like such a simple thing to do, and people often miss that opportunity. Just ask for their contact details, ask for their email, friend request them on Facebook. No one's gonna think it's weird if you shared an experience with them, and it just makes that connection that you'll have for the rest of your life. With the amount of Instagrammers and influencers these days, it's really easy to get caught up with the idea of catching that perfect photo. But my top tip for you is to forget about the perfect photo, because it's just going to ruin your time. It's much better to make memories rather than trying to save artificial created memories. When it comes to our Instagram, we try a lot more just to capture photos in the moment than spending a long time crafting that perfect photo. You see it touted around a lot that you can travel on $50 a day, or that you can travel for as little as $1,000 a month, and while that's definitely true, it's very easy to go over budget. So one of the biggest things you can do when planning for a trip is to always set a budget higher than what you're actually hoping to spend. Accidents happen, travel plans change, and sometimes it's just that souvenir that calls your name. You need to budget more. You know that age-old saying of don't judge a book by its cover? It's the same when it comes to travel. So often when you stop at a train station or a bus station, it's outside of town and it's not in a very nice area. Some of our favorite destinations have been ones that we were warned against going to. Mozambique is a perfect example of this. It's an amazing country with friendly locals, beautiful beaches, and pretty tasty food, and one of our favorites in all of Africa. Had we listened to other people, we probably wouldn't have gone. You need to embrace the fact that you're going to be different when you're heading to new destinations. People are often interested in your story, and they're gonna ask a lot of the same questions, like, where are you from? What's your favorite destination? Where are you headed to next? And oftentimes it feels like you're a broken record repeating the same story again and again. You need to move past that. You kinda gotta own the fact that people are going to be interested in your story, and you need to just enjoy connecting with people. One of the best things to do is to accept the questions and just be curious back. Asking people questions in response is one of the best ways to make meaningful connections while you're traveling. We have a love-hate situation with guidebooks. Sometimes they're filled with great overviews of regions, and other times they're filled with outdated information. Just because a place is listed as being off the beaten path in a guidebook doesn't mean that it's actually off the beaten path, because it's likely that everyone else has read about that same cafe or restaurant. A great way to find those destinations is to ask whoever your local host is. That could be your Airbnb host, your hostel owner, your waiter, anyone that you can make a connection with. Ask them what they think you should go and do. They often give much better insights into the region than a guidebook. You don't need a lot when you're traveling. All you need is a passport, your bag, and a little bit of cash in your pocket. It's very easy to overpack and bring too many things when you're going to new destinations. A great way to not overpack is to buy a smaller bag. That way you can only put so much in your luggage. My last tip for you is to plan less and say yes more. It's very easy to fill your days when you're planning for a new destination. You get excited, you start writing down all of these points of interest, and you start booking tours. But what it ends up doing is locking you into a schedule, and you end up having to say no to things that you might have said yes to otherwise. The best way to plan your trip when you're going to a new destination is to make a list of things you want to go do. That's the way we do it, and then we don't plan our days out. So if we end up with free time, we can look at our list and decide, hey, let's go to here today, or let's go to this place. Alright guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and it helps you in your future travels. Please be sure to subscribe or check out our newest videos here.